All right, you guys, so to celebrate 5 million views, I'm giving you guys the new setup video here. So this is just a wall that I painted. I got to show off here the chandelier that I installed here just a little bit ago. So happy about that. Okay, now that I've shown off, let's actually go into the room and take a look. So here's the treadmill. I don't use nearly enough. I've got some of my Xbox games up there. Got a 32-inch TV, no biggie for that. And then we'll move on to my desk. I've got my A-Wing on there, just a few things, my Blue Yeti mic, and here's my computer. Now, I did custom build this myself. So glad that I did because it just runs great and everything. I love it. So that's just a look inside of it. It's huge, but I think it works best. So, got to show this off here too. My Air Force posters, some autographed baseballs, my Gehrig Babe Ruth picture that I have on my wall, and it is so nice outside. I'm gonna take a walk here with my wife and son in just a little bit here, but just kind of moving on here. Like I said, just a normal TV. I've got my PlayStation 3 right up here, my Xbox, and my cable is just right below. You can see I was playing a little Black Ops 2 earlier. So here's the PVR. This is what I use to actually be able to record. I don't use a camera or anything. Right above it, I've got a little switch on here just to be able to go back and forth. So I got the PS3 on. Now I have got the Xbox, showing up on the TV here. So we'll just flip back to the PS3 since I'll probably be playing a little bit of the show later on. Okay, so really not too special right there. But the PVR, that's the thing I wanted you guys to see more than anything. So just going to give you guys a little look into what I see. I've got American League on the left, National League on the right. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys kind of wanted to see exactly what happens on this channel, like just how stuff works and everything too. So besides showing you how everything looks, I kind of wanted to show you how everything works too. So I'll get into the actual videos and stuff like that in a second. I kind of wanted to hit everything else to be able to start off before I focus for a long time on that. So one thing I get asked quite a bit is how do I make my intros and my thumbnails? So I use an application down here called Cinema 4D. So I'm kind of working on the beginning of what could be an intro for me here with baseball. So I'm actually going to erase this floor here. But it is all 3D, so to kind of show you guys just, the most basic stuff here, we'll kind of zoom in here on the baseball. You saw that bat down there too. And we'll just go ahead, we'll render this out. So it does take a little bit here when you kind of think what's going on. So there's that baseball. Got like the bumps and everything. The lighting right now is like if it was outdoors. So I have a sun effect going right now. Big deal there. Just kidding, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so like here's the intros. So this is the intro that I've been doing now with like Black Ops 2, with Wargame Air Land Battle, stuff like that. So let me not have the camera view here. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so if I zoom out from everything, you'll see that this is just a giant air base and stuff. I've got like some units down there, and it changes actually a little bit too, but I can kind of move around here, and then if I hit play, see, it's the whole animation. Now when it all renders out and stuff, that's what you see. So like I said, with the baseball one, I might be doing like a new intro for that. For my thumbnails here, I also use the same thing. So I have something prepared. I mean, I used to use Photoshop, but I actually like using Cinema 4D here because you get some added effects too, and it's a lot quicker. So let's just call this live test. Oops. Okay, there we go. So same thing. I just rendered this one out, and then I can save it as like a JPEG file and go ahead and upload that as my thumbnail. So this reminds me, I got to do a whole bunch of these. Get caught up here on what I've been what I haven't been posting on here. So see, there it is. I have lights and stuff in here to kind of help with lighting, and you can kind of see it on the reflective surface here, or the chrome on the outside of it. So it's kind of cool. I like this. So that is Cinema 4D. I'm still kind of a noob at it here, but I'm learning a little bit more every single time that I use it. So no, I'm not going to save this. For recording audio, I use Sound Booth down here. Now, I can't really show too much since it's on the other screen, but, here it is. It just kind of tells me my voice levels, which I probably could turn it down a little bit or just sit back a little bit farther from the mic, but that's okay. Duration stuff. I mean, this is a pretty simple program to be able to use. There's a record button. You press that, you talk into your microphone, and there you go. So different microphones, of course, are going to give you different audio quality. I've kind of noticed that since I've started off. So I started using a microphone from Rock Band. So I just put like a little styrofoam cover over the top, and that kind of helped out here. And then I went to a Turtle Beach headset, which I got some improvement on there. And now I'm using a Blue Yeti microphone, which is $99. A lot of places you can get it. I've got a pop filter over the front, which you guys probably remember seeing and stuff. Yeah, so it was a pretty good investment. I'm glad that I went ahead and got that because best audio I have had on this channel, period. Okay, so we'll just move that back over. Now we've got, how do I use to be able to record the games? Well, I've got Steam here, which has all my games on there. You can see I've got quite a bit because I go broke every time the summer sale comes up. So like there's War Game, Air Land Battle, things like that. And some other ones too, like DayZ. I've thought about trying to get into that. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool, but my Arma 3, I haven't done too much with that because I wanted to do like cinematic type of videos and anything else. But so I'll go ahead and I'll play those games, and then you can see down here it's recording the screen. I use a program called Bandicam. So it just records whatever's on the screen, the audio, stuff like that. So pretty easy, just a capture of everything that happens. So that's a piece of cake. You just hit record, you let it go. Now, for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox, it's a little bit different here. So remember me showing you that HD PVR? That's where all the magic happens, okay? So, you have like your HDMI port, your component cables, whatever you end up using. You go ahead and you plug it into the back of the HD PVR. And if you think about it, the HD PVR kind of works like a splitter, all right? So let me kind of explain it this way, because I have the ability to do this now. Okay. So we'll bring this over here. You see, this is what's awesome about screen capture. Okay, so let's just say you have your Xbox, all right? So here's the Xbox. We're just going to show it as next. Here is your HD PVR. Okay, so, well, that's really bad. Now you got your TV here. Whoop, whoop. And you have your computer, whatever you got. Okay, so, whoop. It's just a laptop, okay? So, woody, 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 woody. You like the sound effects? Okay, so anyway, you take your cables that you have and you plug it here into the HD PVR. Now, the HD PVR kind of works like a splitter. So, it's going to send it. I got to put the. Okay. So, it's going to split it. It's going to show it on your TV so that way you can watch your TV and play. But at the same time, it also sends it to your computer. Now, it can convert it, or it converts it into a file that your computer reads. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's just close out of this. Okay, so you kind of need some extra cables, so we're not going to save that. And the application that I use to be able to see what my PVR is doing is Total Media Extreme. Now, this comes with the HD PVR. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you can buy the HD PVR at Best Buy. You can buy it online as well. So it usually runs about $200. But anyway, so I go to record video because I never have used anything else in here. And then it goes and it searches for anything plugged into the computer, like your HD PVR. And here we go. We're looking at, my PlayStation 3. So I can take my controller, which I have right here, and I can navigate around. Now, there is a little bit of a delay here on what shows up on the computer, so you always want to be looking at your TV here, but, this is exactly, everything that happens here. So you just hit capture down there at the bottom, and whatever shows up on the screen is exactly, what's going to be written to a file on your computer. So to kind of tie this into some other another question too, like how do I do live streams? Well, I use what's called Wirecast for YouTube right here. So I'm going to load that up. I'm not going to worry about this update right now. Cancel. But this here just lets you be able to see what you're going to broadcast. Now, I could go ahead and just pull whatever is on my computer screen for this. I'm actually not going to do it right now. But whenever I'm doing live streams, I'm capturing this main part of the window here where you actually see the stuff from the PS3, and that's what's actually sent over, over YouTube to you. So that's really all it is it's just a screen capture just being sent out. So, of course, I got to be facing the other way. You guys probably remember my TV's on the other side. So that's why I'm really bad at, responding to comments and stuff, because I'm not even facing in the right direction. So, like I said, you just hit capture, it gets saved as a file on the computer. So, here we go, just taking a look at some of the different files that I've got right now. I mean, I've got a ton here ranging from my Walking Dead videos to Madden, NBA, here's some NCAA and, a lot of the show. A couple Call of Duties here too. So what I do is I use Windows Live Movie Maker, and I know that there are some other ones that you can use as well. Some people really like Sony Vegas, and I've thought about making the switch to that because you have a lot more options with transformations and different things like that in between, clips and stuff like that. There we go. So I have got, let's go ahead and just do this one here real quick. So this particular video was 2 hours and 31 minutes long because I had to stop partway through it. And this is the latest Braves video. So I'm not going to go too deep into this one, but you can see that I do have a lot of editing I have to do. My aim is around 15 minutes for every single baseball video. Sometimes it's going to be less. Sometimes it's going to be more depending on what happens. So this is really something I got to go through. I have to, find out what clips I want to show, which ones that I don't. So the method to my madness in choosing clips is, at the end of the day, every video is telling a story. So what parts of the game are going to help tell the story and really affect what the outcome's going to be? So, just like a normal ground ball or a pop fly or something, I don't really think that that's, worth showing, or every single pitch. I'll probably show a couple strikeouts here just to kind of, fill in here with, all the hits and stuff. If a hit ends up leading to a run, I'll show that. Or if it's just a really awesome hit, I'll show that too. Same thing with defensive plays, and that seems to work. So when I've gone ahead and gotten everything finished here, this is kind of what it looks like. All right, so I got clips and then these transitions and stuff in between, which is what I meant to say instead of transformations earlier. But transitions here, put that in there, and goes kind of a long way down here. So now don't worry, this is not 19 minutes long, because when I get to the end, there's a lot that I can take out here. I don't leave a certain ending there just so that way if there's something I have to say at the end, I don't feel limited by time, and then I'll cut it down. So this will be about 15 minutes or so. And then I would go ahead and just add my intro to the beginning, which is under files. So there's that one. Okay, and just move it up there. And then I would put in, if I had any commentary, let's just say it was this one, so then I got the intro, the video, the audio up there at the top, and then I'm finished with it. So I can go to save movie. Normally I choose recommend for this project. You can see it's going to show up in 1080p. It's usually what happens. But since the game actually plays in 720 and to kind of increase the time for it, I usually choose the 720 display right there. So that seems to work pretty well. So once that's finished here, it's going to get saved as a file. So then I can go to, there we go, YouTube, and then I can go to upload, and here's all the videos that I have finished. So let's say this Braves one was it. So I just go ahead, double click it. It just starts uploading. And after a little bit, I can go ahead and add a thumbnail, what I made earlier and stuff like that. Just right in there. I can name it, put the description, any tags. I really don't do too much with tags because I put that stuff in the description. And then in 57 minutes, this one would end up showing on your guys' computer screen. So that is, or I guess on your phones, whatever. But that's kind of how it works. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions and stuff like that, but hopefully this helps you guys understand a little bit more about what happens here and what programs that I use and things like that, because I know a lot of you guys want to make your own videos and stuff like that, or maybe you're just curious. Maybe you're a geek like me. But yeah, so that is the setup video, again, the newer one. So this was all to celebrate 5 million views. So I want to thank everybody, of course, for helping me be able to get to that. That was really, really cool. It surprised me. It surprised everybody, too, that I hit that. So really, really cool that you guys helped me get there. Thank you so much again for that, for subscribing, all of that. If this is your first video, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great stuff. Just check the description below. But you guys are awesome. You really are. Thanks again. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.